morning class. Myself, Beena Bharti, your EVS teacher from the Pentecostal Assembly School. Dear children, today I am going to teach you lesson 1, Meet Us, given in page number 1 of your EVS book, that is Notice Nature. Your EVS book is Notice Nature. So, all of you open page number 1. Here you can see the lesson 1 is Meet Us. So, in this lesson is about a beautiful poem. This is a beautiful poem describing our different body parts and its function. When I will teach you this poem, you will get to know about various parts of our body, and you will also be able to tell us about its function. So let's read the poem first. 8 pink fingers standing up tall, 2 little ears to hear my mother call. 1 little nose that I can blow, 10 pink toes all in a row. 2 little thumbs that wiggle up and down, 2 little feet to stamp on the ground. Hands to clap and eyes to see, what a fun it is to be just me. This poem is describing about different body parts. This poem is telling us about different body parts, and it also tells us about the various functions which are performed by our body parts. Let's know in depth about each line. 8 pink fingers standing up tall. We have 10 fingers. We have 10 fingers, out of which we have 8 fingers which are standing up tall. These 4 fingers in our one hand and these 4 fingers in our other hands. So the total number of standing tall fingers are 8. 8 pink fingers standing up tall. 2 little ears to hear my mother call. How many ears do we have, children? We have 2 ears. We have 2 ears. The poem is talking about our different body parts. So, in the first line, you read about our 8 pink fingers which are standing tall. In the second line, the poem is telling that 2 little ears to hear my mother call. We have 2 ears. How many ears do we have? We have 2 ears. And we hear with the help of our ear. Or we can also say that we hear with the help of our ear. To hear, we use our ear. Whenever your teacher, your mother, your father or anybody calls you, you hear by using your ear. So, we use our ear to hear. And how many ears do we have? We have 2 ears. 1 little nose that I can blow. How many ears do we have? How many noses do we have, children? This poem you can see in the third line of this poem that 1 little nose. 1 little nose that I can blow. We have 1 little nose. You can see here we have 1 little nose. How many noses do we have? We have 1 little nose. And what can we do with our nose? We can blow our nose. We can breathe by our nose, or we can smell. We can smell by using our nose. So, we have one nose and our nose performs various functions, such as we can blow our nose, we can smell with our nose, and we can also breathe by using our nose. The fourth line says 10 pink toes all in a row. Like our 10 fingers, we have 10 toes. How many toes we have? We have 10 toes. Like our 10 fingers in our hand, we have 10 toes in our leg. So, how many toes we have? We have 10 toes. In the fifth line, you can see here in the book, 2 little thumbs that wiggle up and down. 2 little thumbs. How many thumbs do we have? We have 10 fingers, out of which 4 fingers in each hand. So, in our both hands we have 8 tall fingers and 2 thumbs. So, in the fifth line, the poem is saying about that we have 2 little thumbs that wiggle up and down, up and down. We can wiggle our thumbs up and down, up and down. We can move our finger up, we can move our thumb up and down. 2 little feet to stamp on the ground. How many feet do we have, children? We have 2 feet. We have 2 feet. Feet is a part of our leg. Feet is also our body parts. So, we have 2 feet. And how do we use our feet? How do our feet help us? Our feet helps us to stand. Our feet helps us to stamp on the ground. So, how many feet do we have? If I will ask you that, how many feet do we have? What will you answer me? You will say that we have 2 feet, which help us to stamp on the ground. Yes. Hands to clap and eyes to see. Let us discuss about our hands first. How many hands do we have? This one. You can see in this video that this is my hand. This is my hand. This portion of our body is called as hand. So, we have 2 hands and we use our hands for different purpose. Like hands to clap. In the poem, it is saying that we clap by using our hands. We clap by using our hands. So, our hands help us to clap. I am holding this chalk with my hands. So, our hand also helps us to hold. I am holding this chalk in my hand. So, we can clap by using our hands. We can hold by using our hands. Or I can write. You can see here that this is a picture of eyes. So, I can write by using my hands. Our hands help us to write. You can see this chalk on my palm. Now I am picking it up. So, our hands help us to pick up things. We eat by using our hands. Whenever your mama gives you food, how will you eat? You use your hands. Which part of your body you use to eat? That is to see. Children, do you know how many eyes do we have? Yes, we have 2 eyes. How many eyes do we have? We have 2 eyes. And how our eyes helps us? Our eyes helps us to see. We see by using our eyes. How do we see? We see by using our eyes. Or we can also say that our eyes helps us to see. Okay. What happens if I will close my eyes? If I will close my eyes, I will not be able to see anything. So, our eyes help us to see. With our open eyes, we can see everything. We are able to see everything. So, our eyes helps us to see. The last line of this poem says, "What a fun it is to be just me." Isn't it a fun, children? Isn't it a fun that this poem covers all our body parts? Most of our body parts is covered in this poem. By reading this poem, we get to know about different body parts such as our fingers. In the first line, we know about our 8 tall fingers. In the second line, we talk about ears. How many ears do we have? We have 2 ears. And in the third line, we came to know about our nose. How many nose we have? We have 1 nose. And we use our nose to blow, to smell or to breathe. The fourth line says 10 pink toes all in a row. Like our 10 fingers, we have 10 toes all in a row. The sixth line. In the sixth line, we talked about thumb. We talked about thumb. You can see this, children. This is called thumb. And we can wiggle up and down. Up and down. We can wiggle our thumb up and down. We also learn about our feet. Our feet helps us to stand. Our feet helps us to stamp on ground. Hands to clap and eyes to see. Just before, I've taught you about hands and eyes also. We talked about various functions of hand. Our hands perform various functions such as clapping. For clapping, we use our hands. For writing, we use our hands. For holding things, we use our hands. And when we eat, we use our hand. So our hand performs various functions. And the last one is eyes. Eyes to see. How do we see? We see by using our eyes. Or we can also say that our eyes helps us to see. What a fun it is to be just me. It is really funny and amazing to know about our different body parts, to identify our different body parts and its function. Now children, look at on the board. You can see here that I have drawn some pictures of our body parts. The first one is, what is this? Which part of body is this? This is eyes. This is eyes. How many eyes do we have? We have 2 eyes. How many eyes do we have? We have 2 eyes. Now, look at this picture, the second one. Which part of body is this? Now, can you identify this part? part is this? This is tongue. This is tongue. How many tongues do we have? We have one tongue. We have one tongue. Now, see this picture. Can you identify which body part is this? Which body part is this? This is ear. This is ear. How many ears do we have, children? We have 2 ears. We have 2 ears. Ears to hear mother call. We use our ear to hear. Whenever your mother calls you, you hear with your ear. So we have 2 ears. How many ears? We have 2 ears. Now, identify this picture. Which body part is this? This is leg. This is leg. And how many legs do we have? We have 2 legs. We have 2 legs. Now look at here, children. This body part is called as feet. This body part is called feet. Feet to stand on the ground. Our feet helps us to stand on the ground. And these are our toes. These are our toes. So feet, toes are the parts of our leg. So now, after reading this poem, you will be able to identify your various body parts, and you can also learn about the various functions performed by our different body parts. Children, I hope that you will watch this video at your home, and you will also read this poem at your home too. Till then, keep learning. Take care. Thank you.